Alright everyone, by the way, this is Mark and welcome back again here on our YouTube channel for another setup video. So today I'm going to show you our guppy fish breeding project. Actually, I have many guppy fish crossbreeding project, but what I'm going to show you today is that I'm going to show you some of them. And please watch this video till the end, because at the end of this video I'm going to show you one of the strain that I made, and I want your opinion if you want to know how did I make the strain. But before anything else, if you're new here, please consider subscribing so that you won't miss every single of our videos. So let's get into the video. So this is one of my guppy fish crossbreeding project, and I want to produce snakeskin ridleys with Dumbo air type of guppy. And here in our tank, if you notice, this male is the result of crossbreeding ridleys and Dumbo mosaic, and the male has already patterned its body. And when you cross it with our dragon female here, the result would be perfect if you just know how to do the selective breeding, combining this technique to your crossbreeding projects. Actually, guppies are easy to breed. What's more difficult is to breed them in a way to pass down selective traits and to the next generation, so that they will display the physical traits you've selected, such as particular colors or tail shape. And if you already subscribed to the channel for the long period of time, I always encourage hobbyists to do the selective breeding even when you do the line breeding, outcrossing, and inbreeding. And if you are just new to this channel, I want to encourage you guys to do the same, because this will help you to enhance your guppy strain, and to tell you, no matter how beautiful or expensive your guppy fish, still, on the long run, if you don't know how to do the selective breeding or other techniques to maintain your line, time comes that your beautiful guppies will turn into hybrid junk. Yeah, that's the reality. Selective breeding takes more time and effort to pull through. It also takes methodical planning and investing in aquarium equipment. To breed guppies selectively, you'll need to plan carefully. You'll need to monitor your guppies, put them on a healthy and nutritious diet, and you'll need to invest in aquariums to house multiple generations of guppies and equipment to maintain excellent conditions. The inexpensive guppy pairs you'll see in pet shops are not the best quality specimens you can get. With this, you may get some interesting results, but nothing too fancy or out of the ordinary. And I still remember one of the hobbyists asked me if you can still groom the cow guppies. Actually, you can still groom them, but don't expect too much to have a beautiful outcome. Good genetics or guppy fish line is still the best for grooming. To produce high-end specimens or show-quality guppies, you need to prime specimens from the get-go. And the best place to get this from are reputable breeders that have been preserving the purity of strains and perform breeding that accounts for the healthiness of the particular guppy strain. Reputable breeders can offer you guppy couples that are healthy, whose lineage is known and fall into the fancy guppy or show guppy category. These specimens may be a little more sensitive than the regular guppy counterparts, and of course more expensive. So you may need to be more attentive to their upbringing and care, but they will also bring you in more profit in return. I recommend buying 3 females and 2 males. However, do not let them breed randomly, as harem breeding may not deliver you the best results. Draw up a plan as to what traits you want to breed your guppy fish for, whether it's a color, size, tail, shapes, or other peculiar aspects, and select the guppy pair that best showcase those traits. Outcrossing can help maintain the health of your guppies and reduce the chances of deformities or faults that may rise with inbreeding. Guppy outcrossing can also add desirable traits to your guppy line, an interesting color or tail shape, without worrying about the risk of deformities such as a curved spine. It is recommended that you perform a guppy outcrossing every few generations to maintain the genetic healthiness of your fish. And here, our second crossbreeding project. We have female from EBM or Electric Blue Musco, and the males were from Dark Knight strain. And here, I'm expecting to produce more bluish color with a delta type tail, or soon it will produce just blue singa guppy. I don't know if you know that strain. And as what you can see, they already have fry, and soon I'll give you an update on them. And by the way, if you don't seem like the result You can do the backcrossing method. Sometimes when the progression of a line traits does not go as planned, for example, unplanned and unforeseen traits find their way into the lineage, it is a good idea to mate your guppy from a line back to its ancestors or to their parents. Guppy backcrossing is essentially used to re-establish traits that have been disappeared even though it wasn't your intention, or to eradicate certain traits. This process, like many other breeding process when selectively breeding guppies, takes time, and you may also achieve success after a few tries. There goes culling unwanted guppies. I already mentioned that with inbreeding, there is an increased chances of deformities, which is why you should sometimes perform an outcrossing here and there. Guppy bent spine or defaults can appear, and if your fish become too sick to have a quality of life, you may need to euthanize them. This is necessary, albeit as a painful process. However, you may need to remove certain guppies from breeding if they don't showcase the traits that you've been after. You can give these guppies away or sell them to other breeders or aquarists. Therefore, the process of culling guppies refers to removing guppies with undesirable traits or with abnormalities, diseases from genetic pool. Acquiring beautiful new guppy strain is not successful without culturing live foods. If you still remember from our previous videos, guppy beautiful pattern and colors were not only acquired from genes, but also from their environment where they are living and to their foods that you're feeding them. You know by now that guppies are omnivorous fish that require a varied diet rich in both vegetables, matter, and meaty foods. While they're still in their growth phase, I like to feed my guppies a variety of foods, including live cultured foods which packed the extra punch of nutrients that will help my guppies grow faster and healthier. I know breeding can be stressful sometimes and difficult as it is, but I do encourage you to go extra mile. And if your time allows it, or you know a trustworthy vendor, feed your guppy fry culture foods. If you're down to culturing your own live food, that's even better because there are various delicacies that you can culture at home, including brine shrimp, dapya, mosquito larvae, microworms. And good thing because we have videos on how to culture these live foods from our previous videos. And all of this, I consider baby brine shrimp to be the cleanest and safe to feed to your fish. But the best for me and the low cost is the dapya, the best type of culture food to feed to my baby guppies as well as the adult. It's easy to start a culture at home too. Preparing homemade food. If you don't want to make your own culture foods, there are other things you can prepare for your guppy fry or guppy adults. Just like what we do in our previous video, you can also make your own guppy fish food. This is the best for you know the ingredients and nutrients that you're feeding to your fishes, unlike those commercial ones. And we have here, this strain is already pure but I didn't yet give them a name. It is a ribbon kind of bottom sword type of guppy. And if you want to know how did I made this strain, please just comment down below so that I can make separate tutorial video for this strain. And in conclusion, crossbreeding guppy fish for selected traits can be a challenge even for aquarists that do have some experience under their belt. Still, this doesn't mean that you should not try your hand at selective guppy breeding, but do make sure to follow the advice on this video and document yourself about selective breeding techniques. As I pointed out, some guppy strains can be difficult to breed, which can result in a bigger scarcity and a higher price tag for them. If you're planning on taking up selective guppy fish breeding, be prepared to invest time, money, and effort. However, the spectacular strains that you may end up creating will surely be very rewarding, so I hope you get that. And soon I'll give you an update about our crossbreeding project results. You may also follow us by crossing same strain if you like. And of course, if you're new here, to get updated on our crossbreeding projects, you may subscribe to this channel for you not to miss out our future videos. Thank you so much guys, and please be safe everyone. To God be the glory. Bye bye.